Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. So last session we opened some pull requests for merch. How about we continue? It's just that. We still have terrain types from 0 Hour. We could merge that. Yeah. Terrain types. Read buffer. Let's see. Let's go to main. Cherry pick. Automatically create a commit. Conflict. Keep this last. Generals. Okay. Okay, terrain types. Code terrain types. Okay, it's still not quite the same. Okay. Terrain types, CPP. Terrain types. Terrain types. Okay. Okay, so the question is, could this break anything? Hopefully not. Terrain type names. Terrain types. Okay, so the question I have is this being serialized or something like numbers? Let's search for terrain rock. So these guys are never used, yeah? Match case. Okay, I think there is nothing to worry about. Terrain type names. Grass cover stone. Grass accent. Terrain asphalt. So asphalt and concrete is also here. Okay, how about we compile this in generals and give it a spin? Projects, RTS generals. Then good. Regarding this guy here, we still had a failing builds. Let's fix that. Rerun failed jobs. Yep. Okay. Okay. While this is building, how about we do a bit more reviewing? Let's see. I already did some from Baptista. Let's maybe check at Stobiax. Okay, didn't do updates. Okay, right. Modifies jet behavior so that offensive commands such as an attack and guard are deferred when parked with no ammo. This aligns behavior a bit more with the in-flight logic in which command behavior is dependent on whether the jet has ammo. The change essentially expands the command deferral window until the jet has reloaded at least one shot. This can be considered an objective improvement to the game as it ensures offensive commands do not end up launching jets without any ammo. Okay, that makes sense. It should be noted that this rule is not consistently applied to all states, and jets that are issued a command during landing and taxiing states will always defer the respective command until fully reloaded, regardless of existing ammo status. Defer empty one. So it puts it on guard mode, and then they launch when 2 bullets. 2 bullets. Okay. There is no ammo defense tech until it is fully reloaded. So this because they are taxing, yeah. In demonstration 1, why is one of the raptors not attacking when he has his first rocket reloaded. Yeah, that I don't understand. So here to me it looks like that this raptor here, this one, should start now. Because he clicked it for attack, right? Let me see that again. So he clicks now, and it should start now, right? But it's not. I don't understand that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand this. This behavior is inconsistent with what we're seeing here, so I don't understand. Okay. Quit menu. This one we had commented, right? Yeah, okay. So we're done here. Oh. 1 of 5. This PR contains a critical bug that will cause undefined behavior. The uninitialized net time only member variable will cause unpredictable behavior when accessed in the conditional check add perf timer, potentially leading to crashes or incorrect performance measurements. Okay, let me see that. Yeah. It's never used. Net time only. Private. Yeah, well. Crypto is raising original bug beyond the scope of this change. Okay. Okay, let me take a look at this guy here. The code actually gets simpler if you do the work when saving. This will only work properly for new save games. Get previous objects. Yeah. Oof. So I first have to iterate forward and then backwards. Funny. Get first object. Is there no such thing as get last objects? Get first object. Goddamn single linked list. Okay, let me see this. Oof. X here. First object. X for save here. X for load. New object. Object count. X for short. So X-ferring them in reverse. X-ferring in reverse. New objects. X for snapshot. Object. Object. Could actually get simpler if you do the work when saving. Only work properly for new save games. Yeah, okay. So basically save the list in reverse. Prepend it to the list during creation. Prepend it to the list. I see. But yeah, serializing from the end, it does make sense, yeah. So let's say we do serialize them in the current order where they are reverse. Then what? It's not true. I'm currently trying to think, maybe the way he had this implemented is already perfectly correct. Because so it is saved in the objects are saved in the wrong order, but then they get created also in the wrong order. Yeah, backwards. So the last objects gets created first. So the last objects will have the new IDs. What will they? Maybe they won't have different IDs. Yeah, okay. I think the suggestion from Cabal is technically the most correct. Like you already save it in the right order. Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is in old save games. Yeah, well, it's okay. Old save games. For new save. Okay, I agree with the suggestion. It makes the most sense that the new save files are just have the objects in the right order. Yeah. Now this doesn't mean that it breaks old save games. It will still be loaded functionally as well. Objects just won't be in the right order, but that's fine, I think. Good. So we did compile here, right? Then let's launch ggenerals. So, what do we have here? We are looking for terrain issues. Let's look at the terrain a little bit. Let's load some map. Yeah, Lone Eagle, why not? Oof. Okay, let's look around a little bit here. Terrain looks okay. Okay. I think that change is fine, probably. Good. Terrain types. Why does it say here new terrain types when these already existed before? That's weird. Asphalt concrete. Probably because of this comment here. Good. Then I will create a new branch. Unify terrain types. Rename. Okay, we lost our description here. Good. Then let's push that bad boy. Yeah. Gen unify. This change merges terrain types from 0 hour to generals. Generals gets oh boy. Let's put that into Notepad. Okay, and these two were already present before. Okay. Then match terrain types from 0. Maybe we should say merge terrain types code. And it failed again. Okay. Okay, then next I think it's time to do another review for Jurassic Lizards on the Imgue. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Fixed regression. Okay. I did exactly that, but given the large difference between both backends, some braces might slip the net while I am scanning. I hope I got them all now. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go through the comments. only the case with Visual Studio, probably even ignored. Similarly, config debug is ignored. Does not only. It's probably only the case with Visual Studio. How about question? How about we allow imgui in all configurations? Simply have it behind the imgui option. Behind the imgui option. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Style. Mm-hmm. 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 Superfluous scope. It's done by default in MGUI's examples. Okay. Ah, no, it's in our code. Done by default in MGUI examples. Forcing resource cleanup. Let me see. WB View 3D. Show demo window. Does not look like would be necessary. Can test. Several comments were left unanswered. The GitHub collapses. So you need to press a button that uncollapses. Let me give him a screenshot so he knows that he knows what I mean. This here. Okay. Okay. Good. Then let me see here. This PR is unsafe to merge due to critical enum to string mapping errors. Score reflects critical logic bug affecting 10 terrain types. Okay. Let me see. Okay, how is this wrong? Enum to string mapping mismatch causes incorrect terrain type lookups. For example, terrain life desert maps to desert life should be life desert. Terrain rugged mountain maps to mountain rugged should be rugged mountain. Are you serious? 10 of the 17 new terrain types have this issue. The string names should match the enum suffix. Well, but that's what EA has chosen, so it is what it is. I mean, he's not wrong in principle, but yeah, but we can't just change it. It's not part of this change. Cobblestone grass. Yeah, no, these names were chosen by EA and stay by the original developer and stay for now. You are not wrong, but not right either. Probably crashing the AI right now with that comment. That's funny. Good. I will resolve this and this. Mm-hmm. 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 Good. What's the time? Just 42 minutes. Okay, how about... Yeah, let's do a bit more reviewing. I already have too many changes open right now. I probably shouldn't add more. I mean, let's take a look. I have 13 open. 3 of which... Yeah, so effectively I have 10 open because the bottom 3 are kind of stale right now. Yeah. Good. What else can we review? Let's do one more review. Author Mauler. Maybe we don't go by author. Let's just look through the list who is waiting here on some review. Johnstar, maybe. Johnstar. I sent this one to Omniblade. Maybe what we can do here is we trigger a grep tile for him. Add grep tile AI. Then maybe that keeps him a bit busy. I think we put a comment in here. This one is also for Omniblade. And we skip. Here we have something. S3M observer player list. Okay, that's decently sized. Okay, that looks like the Gen Tour. The Gen Tour overlay implements player money rank XP display for match observers. Is enabled by default with a size of 8 replicating Gen Tool implementation. The following option has been added. Observer list font size. Okay. It can be styled and repositioned by adding the relevant fields in the in-game UI, any data file. Okay, cool. Replicate in general. Score. Plans the feature correctly, but has a visual bug in background rendering. Okay. Okay, let me do a refresh. Add grep tile AI. Needs a rebase. Okay. I'm going in all configurations. All configurations. Okay, we still have fails here. Okay. Okay, looks like a grep tile takes forever. Let's just look ourselves. So, feature. Allow the observer list font size to be set. The size of 0 disabled. That's options menu, font size, blah. Oh boy. The text setup is crazy without inline coloring. My gosh. Oh. Oh. Four, 5. There are 5 here. Your name strings. Okay. Oof. XP. Okay. Oh, it's so complicated, this code, because it needs to maintain all these different strings. Oh boy. Wow. Max player count. You could probably simplify a bunch of code by setting these strings. Simplify a bunch of code with loops by setting these strings up like so. Observer list. Observer list. Label. Label string. Label. Observer list label type. Team. Structs. Observer list. Labels. Team. Money. Rank. XP. And then we say here label type. Label type count. Count. And then values. Value strings. Labels, values. Then there will be name. Audio types. Team and name. And then what you can do is basically, like for example, here, CPP, then you can do for int I equals 0, I smaller than label type count, plus plus I, then display manager free display string, labels I think you can also just do raise size, labels I, PTR. Then do loops like so he did write null here somewhere. Let me say null PTR several times in this change. Let me add this comment at the bottom of the list, and it looks a bit better. Okay. Okay, let me submit that for now. Greptile also commented this. Okay. I think here we can make another, we say here m observer lists. Say here m observer lists dot labels. channels. Okay, good. Then I think I'm done for the session. Yeah. What about this one here? You're right. Looking at this encode pattern, the comment should use single tap indentation to match the surrounding array elements. That's stupid. Good. Yeah, I think we're done here. Stay there, so I change the slide. Good. All right, then I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.